Live there, we're live there, and we are live. Shh, shh, TikTok, I don't want you. Do, 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 do. Hello, everybody. Lots of people today. Let's see if I did there and there. How's everybody doing today? Thanks for the follow. Do, 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 do. I wonder where everybody is today. But yeah, I'm looking for opposition if you don't agree with the prompt. It's been the last few days have been kind of fun because I didn't have my meds, my stimulant, so that made it fun. Gotta love it when basically it is good policy that they have to make sure that you see your psychologist at least one time in person within the last year, so they had to check on that. So yeah, so it was fun. So yeah, so there's that. Go ahead and make sure you like and share. But yeah, if you disagree, go ahead and request up. Hi Kitty, Solid Snake Kitty. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, raptured. Not the kitty. I want the Salt Snake Kitty. Who's requesting up? Hey, Party King, can I get your age and pronouns, please?
39.
And your pronouns, please?
Yeah, I'm not trans.
So, do you just go by he, him, then, I would
I'm
assume?
just not trans, that's all.
Oh,
We can
well,
move on. Anyways, uh, I'm just wondering, why is it that majority of the people who run these kind of lives like yourselves don't like to show themselves? Why do you have such low self-esteem?
I have a
Actually,
camera.
he's
Okay,
very
Hi.
willing to
good.
show himself.
Hey, there you
He's
Yeah,
go.
very
I could
willing
show
to show
myself, I
himself.
just
He
don't
just
usually.
doesn't.
So then you're a guy. You're a
Yeah,
man.
I'm just a guy. I'm a cisgender male. I'm literally the same in terms of like what I identify and what I was born as you. Like it's not like I'm trans or anything. I just don't usually have my camera on. Um,
Now, when you say support transgender people,
yeah,
do you mean all walks of life of transgender people?
probably for the most part. Yeah, I mean, there's probably some.
Even the AGPs?
Well, autogynephilia is not actually a medically recognized diagnosis anymore. If it was at all ever, um, it's simply a hypothesis that Ray Blanchard came up with. It actually doesn't have any like sure, people, there are people who find it like a like that have like a kink in that way, but like it's not actually the root of like the reason why individuals are trans.
It's only
Mm,
trans people doing it.
Well, I mean, you could theoretically be like an autogynephile and not actually be trans. You could still identify as a cisgender individual technically.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping that. Also, Party, can I
Uh,
ask you a question?
but it's majority trans people.
Yeah, but Party, can I ask you a
I can't
question?
even hear what this guy's talking about.
Can I ask you a question?
Are you male or female?
Does it matter?
Yeah, it does for me.
I don't
And
know who you're asking in that situation.
I'm asking you, are you male or female?
You does not specify between me or
Like I said, I'm
Stokesky.
not, then I won't answer your question.
I didn't know you were speaking to me or Stokesky. You can give an answer to which person you are referring to. Also, why would that matter as to why you'd answer my question?
Are you male or female? If you were paying attention, Stotsky already said what he was.
Yeah, I'm
So you
female, but
automatically knew I'm talking to you.
no, Stokesky said that was this gender
No.
man, not
Oh,
male or female. You never asked the same question, for one. And for two, why would that have any relevance as to
why
why you
are
would
you
answer my
talking
question or
like
not?
this? Are you a man? Are you a woman? Are you male or female?
No, I'm female. Why?
You're what?
Female.
You were
she's a
born female?
yeah, she's a female.
You were born female.
Yes, yes, they were born a female.
Yes, I just have a deep voice. Get over it.
Yeah, okay.
They're also like 6'5" or something crazy like that. So yeah, their voice is gonna be deeper for a female in
Okay,
the
you
first
don't
place.
need to out me like that.
Well, you are really tall too.
Wow.
I
Yeah, but
wouldn't say
my
being tall
question
is a
is,
bad
what?
thing.
My question is, what the fuck is the relevance of that to me asking a question?
Can't even hear the person anymore.
What is the relevance of asking me if I'm male
It's
or
like they're
female
talking
to
into
you
their
answering me a
fucking sock.
question? You said
Speak
you couldn't
up.
hear me. Did you or did you not say you couldn't hear me? I'm speaking louder and
Did you
closer to
just
my
listen to?
microphone. Can you hear me
Did you
now?
just sound like Fortnite? That's what you sound like, man.
That's what you sound like, party.
That's
Do I
what I'm
sound
saying. I'm
completely...
mimicking this person.
Okay, Stokesy, can you hear me completely fine right
Yeah,
now?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, so, Party, one, what was the relevance of you asking if I was male or female? What is the relevance of that to me asking you a question?
Get on camera, solid.
And why don't you get on camera? That's what I
I
was about
will,
to
I
ask
will,
you.
I will. As soon as you get on, I'll get on.
Fuck no, I don't need to do shit for you, for one, and for two,
Why? What's wrong?
I don't want to show myself on camera. As simple as.
Why is
My
that?
thing
Why is
is,
that? Why you have low self-esteem or what?
actually, yes, I do, and it's not
You
fun
do?
to make fun of people like that, but cool.
It's not. I'm not trying to make fun of people. I'm just asking you. You have low self-esteem? Let's talk
Yes,
about it. Let me help you out.
You're not my therapist, and no thanks.
Yeah, so why shouldn't we support trans people?
I
That's
was
what I
a-
want to
I,
know.
I was actually going to ask him. One, what does the male or female thing have to do with me asking a question? And
Man,
two,
you
why
are
won't
you,
you?
you must be autistic. Let it go, brother. Let
You
it
still
go.
didn't answer. You still didn't
Let
answer
it
my question
go.
after I
Let it
answered
go.
yours.
Let it go. It'll be okay. Let it go. Move on. But you can't fight the urge, can you?
Yeah, I'm gonna re-ask my question again. Why shouldn't we support transgender individuals in affirmative care?
Okay.
I am going to just drag this conversation along, if you like it or not.
Affirmative care.
Yeah. What about it?
Are you okay with trans kids getting any kind of surgeries before 18?
Kids don't get surgeries. They would be
Yes, they do.
teenagers
Yes, they
at that
do.
point.
38 cases have. There's been 38 cases proven.
Yeah, but they're after the age of like 13 all the time. It's not at the age of like 8. 8 year olds
Under
aren't getting.
18,
Yeah,
under 18. Sorry, not an adult.
yeah. They're not an adult, but that doesn't mean that they still can't have medically
They're
procedures
not
done
an
or life
adult.
saving.
Still under the age. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So whenever things like surgery are seen as life saving care, by the medical profession, yeah, people under the age of 18 can consent to life
What do you
saving
mean
care.
by life-saving care?
It
Threatening to kill themselves in order to get it?
Whoa, okay, we don't want to say that. No, it's literally
Basically, what it is.
so some people are so uncomfortable in the body that they're in, just
Uh-huh.
due to how they are, that it makes it really hard just to live
Yeah.
a normal life.
And so
And
then what do they do? To what extreme do they go to in order to get what they want?
I mean, it's whatever,
Uh, uh, uh,
medically is
uh, uh,
necessary.
uh, 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 yeah, they go to that extreme.
Okay, you might call it extreme. It is known to save lives, though. Individuals
Well,
who
like I
receive
said,
affirmative care,
I'm
especially medical
asking you,
care.
I asked you a specific question. I said, what do you feel about kids under 18 getting surgery?
Yeah, when it's life saving care and seen as medically necessary, I'm 100% for it.
Wow, that is despicable.
Yeah. So do you
Wait,
think
so you,
that that's a kid who needs a heart transplant should be able
Despicable.
to consent to a heart transplant? Because I think they should be able
Despicable.
to.
It's despicable.
okay, so you're saying that kids aren't allowed to get any surgery no matter what, even if it might save their life, such
Surgery is
as removing
fine.
a tumor?
When it comes to organs and all that, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
But
he said that he
mental
said he
problems,
supports
no,
it
no,
as long
thank
as it's
you.
life-saving.
Not
He
mental
said
problems, no, thank you.
he never said mental problems. He said he supports it as
Those
long
are
as it's
mental problems.
life-saving.
Why do you need to have why do you
Life-saving.
need to have a surgery to affirm who you are? It's the
You,
parents' fault or the
you
therapist's
actually,
fault for not
you know,
letting them kids understand that they are okay, who they are, what they are,
Yeah.
and they can
So
do whatever they'd like until they're 18.
yeah. So the thing is that transgender individuals are very aware of their biological reality. Like they're aware that what they have in their pants. They're very aware of this. Trust me.
Uh,
They
can you yell
understand.
that out more? Can you yell that part out more?
Well, I talk to transgender individuals all the time, and they're all very aware of this.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's just uncomfortable for them due to things such as gender dysphoria. I don't know if you looked into what gender dysphoria actually is, but that's
Yeah.
the actual quote unquote mental illness. That it is the dysphoria itself that is a problem, and the only way to actually treat this dysphoria properly is to offer affirmative care. When you try to do things such as just
Yeah,
therapy,
therapy,
no.
pills.
Yeah, so those
There's
things don't
even there's
actually
even
lead to great
yeah,
outcomes
they got
always.
it all. They got everything. They
I'm
got
gonna cut both of you off real quick because Solid was trying to say things and keeps getting overspoken, and I would just like to respectfully give give her the space to speak.
give who?
Solid's
dipshit. You know, the
Yes.
one in
Wait,
the book, you're the one
wait.
who...
So let's
So,
just shush party. Let's just mute up for Solid
so
to
he was
speak and let's
male,
listen.
but so he was
Let's
born
listen.
male, but he
Are
thinks
you
he's a
talking
woman.
about Solid? Because Solid is a female and we tried to tell you this already. Can you please mute up so that they can speak?
How are they female?
Mute your mic. Thank you.
I mean, thank you for
All
that. I
right,
kind
well,
of got
don't ask me any questions.
Don't ask you a question when the relevance of this whole thing
Yeah,
is
don't ask
asking
me any
each other.
questions if you want to talk.
I
Don't ask me
said
any
mute
questions.
up. You need to respect the other people on the panel. Stay
You need to
muted.
respect that I don't want to be
Hush.
asked a question.
I would just kick
I
at this
don't want
point
to
if
be
I were
asked a
you, Stowe.
question.
I know you want to
Plain and
hold his feet to the
simple.
fire, but I
I
just
don't.
wouldn't. There's just no respect happening here.
I wasn't
Also,
even gonna hold his feet to the fire. I was gonna move on to something else completely different, but then he's
he
saying
doesn't
don't
deserve
ask him a question. The hypocrisy is insane.
Yeah, sorry for cutting in and kind of enforcing that a little bit. Also, when he was mocking Stutter earlier, Stowe, I personally, if you're okay with a little bit of teaching in the moment while we're here, I personally would be clear and warn them, tell them that it's ableist the first time that they do it, and then if they cross the line again, that's when I would kick them.
It's not even
But
just
yeah,
like
I just don't like
ableist.
hearing that
It's
shit.
just mockery. And mockery is just kind of
It's
disrespectful outright.
exactly. I heard that earlier before I came up, and I was like, "Ooh." I commented ableist fuck because I'm like,
Oh, I
that's
saw
what you
that.
are. You need to know this. So yeah, that's how I would approach a situation because even if they're ignorant, giving them the benefit of the doubt, that they're ignorant, if we're
I mean,
clear about what happens when it happens, and then they do it again, then we know for sure they're just wanting to be disrespectful, you know?
yeah, but also I'm kind of confused at the fact that he went, "Oh, you're too quiet," so I speak louder and get closer to my mic, and then he starts saying that it's too much. Like, motherfucker, make up your mind.
To be fair, I had to turn down my mic a bit, my headphones a bit, but that's also because I'm wearing like headphones that are decently well.
Yeah, but to be fair, you could hear me at this distance. He
Mm-hmm.
couldn't.
I
So
should
I
really
Yeah.
turn on the
got
equalizer,
closer.
honestly.
Also, I
Um,
like how he said that, why wouldn't I show myself? But he was too scared to show himself. That's another question I wanted to ask. Like, why is he asking others to show themselves, but too scared to show himself? And then he said that he'd show himself if I showed myself, but he also said that to you. And he hadn't fulfilled either.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours. No. Ah, the taps!
I was about to say not solid tapping again. But yeah, that
Wow.
was, I didn't hear much of it.
Damn, I'm not
Um,
allowed to tap that.
I was doing I was doing PT and then I was in the shower. And I heard some stuff on the back end of things when I was in the shower. But yeah, that was pretty absurd. He was definitely, that's what I was gonna say. He was definitely interrupting both of you, but he was interrupting Solid a lot more because in his mind, you can't be a cis woman to him. Like you can't be a female in his brain because of your voice solely. So he just kept interrupting you. It was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. I was starting to get a bit annoyed, but, like, oh well.
We should spend money and get Solid a real mic now. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'd love to. That'd be great, you know. I've actually been looking at getting new earbuds, to be fair, but expenses.
I'm Xing party out of the guest requests again because I'm
Oh, I've
not
done
doing
twice
them.
already.
Oh, he just keeps requesting up. We can
Yeah,
just like
that. And then I
ban
just
you
keep
for the live
Oh no, it's
if you don't
fine.
respect like consent. I know, but this really is a lesson in consent. Like if you kick somebody
You know
from your
what?
live, you are no longer
Hold up.
consenting to them being
Hold up.
here,
Hold
and they're
up.
just
No.
okay. Go ahead.
Do you wanna let them back up if they promise to show themselves on camera immediately? I want to see if they have the balls to do that after they said they did when you would, Keaton, and you showed yourself, but he refused to.
Peekaboo.
He won't.
Nah. I want him to promise that to be let up, and if he doesn't, I'll just drop him off free.
All right.
Think I give a shit.
Consent doesn't apply on TikTok, friend. That's wild.
That is absolutely insane.
And Party, have the balls to show yourself if you're gonna ask others
Hi,
to show
how are you?
themselves.
Show yourself
Hi.
now or leave.
Cole Owens,
Right.
I'm gonna find you. We're gonna smoke your ass.
Whoa,
Motherfucker.
okay.
I mean, you can
Everyone
try.
dox.
Hey, that's
Let's
great.
start reporting him for threatening me.
Exactly. Let's get that account banned, chat. Let's go.
I was
Let's
gonna ask
see.
what sex and or gender he thought I was, but yeah, no, I'm not fucking around with that.
Yeah, that's
I gotta
just
find him in the
straight.
comments.
I have their TikTok. I will post it
Okay.
in my Discord.
Thank you.
And we can do one of these. Mute for entire live. Voila, problem solved with that.
That was actually wild. Who was it also that said consent doesn't? Oh, it was Dragon. I mean, even if you just want to talk about that, how consent matters all the fucking time. I don't know if the guest or if the host is open to that discussion, but
Hey, Solid, why don't you
consent
try
matters.
restart your phone?
Doesn't matter when.
Just try restarting your phone if it's.
I fucking have.
Oh. Okay, sorry. I don't know then. Yeah, this is the link to their TikTok. I put it in the thing if you want to report them. So.
It's super popular. No one else in this chat can send a super popular.
Thanks for all the gifts, friend.
Let's see if we can get closer to our rose goal too.
Yeah.
Fuck no, I have money on TikTok. I'm not exchanging that for coins. I'm bringing that out in actual cash. I earned money. I somehow earned actual money on this shit. And not even like a tiny amount.
Oh, you deserve it. Also, thank you for the roses. Yay!
Like $15 worth already in one live.
Oh, that's nice. I wish I was getting those kinds of numbers. Anyways,
Yeah,
real quick.
Like, what the fuck?
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Just real quick mod break. If you like these discussions, whether you're up or not, tap the screen. Yes, like Solid is, as we can all hear. Share the live. There's only one share, and it was to me from the host. Can we all please share the goddamn live?
It was also.
Oh, so it was just one of those like you picked people to send it to separately, but all at once, if that makes sense. But if you do it one at a time, it actually like counts as more shares. So yeah, you shared the live with me at the same time I shared it with you, Stowe.
No.
So yeah, please give it some shares and some likes.
No.
And we'll keep the conversations going.
Hey Cole,
do you guys want to hear the funniest shit?
Story time.
Sharing live with you.
Oh, we do have a guest request. We do have a guest request. Yeah, from.
Let's do it.
I almost just accepted Party King back up, but now it's from X. Hi X, could I get your age and pronouns, please?
30, he, him.
Do you disagree with the background? Do you disagree that I should support transgender individuals and affirmative care?
Yes.
Why would that be?
Stop giving them attention. That's their fuel. That's what they run off of every morning. They go online.
I'd actually rather you ignore me.
Yeah, actually, that does seem to be the case. They just kind of want to.
And trans people aren't a monolith, but most of us do just want to be left the fuck alone. Yes, as the host is saying. Sorry to interrupt again.
To be fair, there's probably some out there that are like, there's individuals who are trans that also have like something like narcissistic personality disorder, which might cause them to want attention. But that's not because they're that's just gonna be because they have a personality disorder. Unfortunately, it's not because they're trans, and even then, it's probably going to be a lot more of people are going to ping them as being trans more than anything else.
Okay, so let's say a kid, they're not really good at any sports. They don't really fit in anywhere. They're like, where could I be accepted? Let's think, who accepts anybody or even the biggest loser in the school, oh, I can be trans. They'll love me.
But
So you
why?
think being trans is a choice?
Yes.
Yeah, what evidence do you have for
Science
that?
disagrees.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, what evidence would you have to say that being trans is a choice? Because you're just making a claim at that point.
My evidence for that is nobody went to trans right away in the 80s. They said, okay, let me see. I'm going to join drama class. I'm going to
This would
dye my
be.
hair, wear
Do
piercings, tattoos,
Do you know why
makeup.
that is? Do you know why it seems that way to you?
No, it is that way.
Do you know why it seems that way to you? Yes or no?
Yes, I do.
Why do you think that is?
Because back in the day, people actually had to have balls to be trans. Unlike today, you get a pat on the back for it.
Okay, so you're saying gender dysphoria is also required back then. But let's look at left-handedness. I'm sure that the host can pull up stats and talk about the relation. Um, Left-handedness was literally demonized. Even my mother, who writes with her left hand, when she was growing up, she's like 54-ish right now. She had a substitute teacher in high school that literally punished her in front of the entire class for writing with her left hand. And then it became normalized and acceptable. So it seemed like there was this massive spike in people who were
Wow.
left handed. But let me finish. But really, the same amount of people were left handed as there were before. They were just safe to share that they were left handed and to show
Well,
that they were left handed. Let me finish. Trans people undergo the same sort of thing where we were not accepted when back in the 80s, as you say, quote unquote, we were not accepted as widely as we are now. So some of us feel a lot safer to be able to come out. So it seems like there's this massive increase in our existence, but there really isn't. It's just the people that you know about versus the people that you don't. Okay, I'm done.
yeah, writing with your left hand is a little bit different than taking it in the butt.
Whoa, okay, so that's also just not what being trans is too.
That
Imagine
has
so.
nothing to do with being trans. I'm sorry, that was the goofiest shit I've ever heard.
You could have like a trans man who very clearly doesn't want to take it in the butt. Like,
But do you see the levels of degeneracy here?
it's not degeneracy. You're implying that
How
there's
about you
something
give some
wrong.
evidence?
Yeah, so
Exactly.
so the American Psychological Association, the American Psychiatric Association, and 60 other major medical associations have just outright rejected this idea of like rapid onset of gender
Globally,
dysphoria.
to be clear.
Yeah,
These
as
are
a theory.
global organizations, not just American organizations.
Yeah, so this is just something that's been rejected as like a theory outright because there's just no evidence for it. No, it's not an
For
appeal to
what?
authority. It's an appeal to expertise. It could actually bring up the data about it too if you'd like us to.
Yes, and to be clear, appeal to authority is a fallacy, and appeal to expertise is not. To be abundantly clear.
Yeah, so like, but yeah, what Cole was saying about the left-handedness is that like 100 years ago, people just they were not left-handed people. In terms of like what we accepted, it wasn't that they didn't exist. People, we know that being born left-handed or left or right hand dominant or ambidextrous is at least somewhat genetic in nature, and we just didn't accept them, and so we just forced them out of society.
And they demonized skin color and a whole bunch of other shit. What's your point?
Yeah, so the point is that this is a backwards way of thinking to say that, well, trans people didn't exist. Well, they
Also,
did.
to clarify, you can't hide your race or skin color, but you can hide the fact that you're trans or non-binary or gender non-conforming. That's the symmetry breaker.
No,
Races.
you can't hide the fact that you're trans. We can tell.
Um, yeah,
Sorry.
no,
Just
that's hilarious.
goofy.
Actually, that's goofy.
Look at Birdie find the comments. It looks exactly like a man. She's not fooling anybody.
Okay, if you say that about my human being friends one more time, you're out of here. This is your one and only warning. That's my friend, bitch.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
you
just
dare.
dehumanizing.
Don't call me that.
What,
Oh.
bitch?
So you don't
You
like
don't
being
like me calling you a
dehumanized?
bitch?
Wait, hold on. You don't like being dehumanized,
Yep.
but you want to dehumanize others? That's hilarious. Wow.
The irony is screaming. Also, let me just ask you this question, X. What sex and or gender do you think that I am?
You're a male.
Okay, good to know. You can always tell,
What
right?
about me? What
Yeah.
about me?
Solid Snake, I know you were friends.
What?
Oh,
So
You
what are
didn't
they?
answer the question. Are
Snake,
they
we're
male or
friends.
female?
I already know what gender you are.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what sex
tell
and
me
or
then.
gender are they?
Tell me then.
Snake is intersex.
No.
Not inaccurate entirely. But you were entirely inaccurate with me, which I find hysterical.
Yeah, but that still didn't answer the question.
Oh,
Well-
yeah, because if you're intersex, you're still either female or male, right?
Yeah, this
that's
is the
what
narrative
I'm
that they
saying.
push. Is that they're always male or female? I mean, if you arbitrarily draw a line, yeah.
Yeah, so like you still didn't answer it.
Solid Snake, it's a whole story. You told me a whole
Just
story about it.
male or female. Pick one. What do you think they are?
What do you think I am?
Female.
Okay, you think Solid's a male, and you think that the host
No,
is what?
I said Snake. Solid Snake is mostly female.
Okay, mostly. Sorry. Go ahead. Okay, what do you think about the host?
Host, say something. Say a word.
Hi. Hello.
Host is a male.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you at least got one of us wrong. So you can't always
Yep.
tell.
Yes, I can tell.
Well, then why were you wrong about one of us?
And you know what makes it easier to tell? When we can see you.
Why were you wrong about one of us?
Because I can't see you.
Oh, so you need to see us to be able to tell.
Yes, once you can see and
Got
hear.
it. I really fucking can't.
That's hilarious. So, yeah, let's get back on track. Why shouldn't we support transgender individuals?
They're garbage.
You're garbage. Like, what's the point? I can just say no.
What does
You.
garbage mean to you, and how do you line us up with that?
Do you want me to get into it? Because I can get into it.
What does garbage mean to you, and how do you line us up with that? If host is okay with it, then yes,
Yeah, go
get
ahead.
into it.
Garbage is not being good at anything else, so you cling to the one group that will accept you.
Okay, so all of like the trans scientists and musical artists and all that have existed and really progressed the fields, the trans person who created like microchips for computers and such, they're not good at anything except being trans, is what you're claiming to be correct, right?
Right, and they only want recognition. They only get recognition because they're a trans blank.
Actually, we don't get recognition often because we are trans. Like, I bet you didn't know that a trans person created the fucking microchip until I told you just now.
Well, I haven't forget. They were important in some step of baking microchips. I forget which step it was. Because it's a multidisciplinary.
Yeah, because they ended up
field.
getting fired as well from their job for being trans in that time period. And then, if I remember correctly, they were hired by another company, or their work was built upon in order to create the microchips that we see today. But like, they made the leap in technology. They were the ones that did.
Yeah, they invented generalized dynamic instruction handling, which is used in out of order execution, which is used by basically every microchip that you're going to see and use today. Where it can.
Okay, do you know Do you know what
Did you know that
percentage?
beforehand, X? Did you know that before?
No. Did you know
And
what
why do you think
percentage
that
of trans
is?
people are
No,
mentally
it's a
ill?
line of questioning. Why do you think you didn't know beforehand?
Know what?
What we were just talking about, that a trans person was vital in the development of microchips that you see in computers to this day.
Because I'm not a scientist.
Because you're not a scientist. Do you know about other scientific discoveries? Like, do you know Einstein's name, for example? Like, I'm sure we can come up with a lot of cis scientist names that are well known and like household names.
There's also a lot of
Heard
gay
of them?
individuals.
If I don't know, I don't know.
Well, you probably know about more cis people than you do trans people, and that's not because of anything except for the fact that they're trans. So we actually get less recognition than cis people would get for doing the same exact thing. Like, that's just shown that we have evidence for that. One of those pieces of evidence being that you did not know that was the case, that a trans person was vital in the making of the microchip and that they got fired for being trans. You wouldn't have known that until I told you. That's one piece of evidence. It is anecdotal, but it is still evidence that, hang on one second. Sorry, I had to switch my earbud ears. That shows that trans people actually get less recognition than cis people would. So, like, give us some evidence, any evidence as to how being trans somehow gets you this sort of recognition.
It's you get attention within your own community.
Oh, within your own community. So now we're moving the goalposts. Now we're adding things. Okay. What would you say if I told you I had 0 trans friends in person?
I would agree because you don't fucking leave your room.
I definitely have a
no,
fucking life.
Cole,
I have plenty of in-person friends.
Cole,
They're
I was
just not
about to say-
trans.
I was about to say you're about to walk yourself into your lonely joke, but
Whatever. I don't
didn't
even
catch
give a
that.
shit when that happens. Like, I have friends and I don't care what other people think or say about that. Like, they don't fucking know me. Why would I give that any weight? And they're typically transphobes. But like,
X,
none
let's
of
be
my
realistic.
in-person friends are trans.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not getting attention from my own community. How is that happening? Why am I a part of the trans community if I'm not getting attention from it?
You're getting attention online.
I'm getting attention online for being trans when I have 0 videos posted to my page and I don't even have my real name or a picture of myself up on my page. That is funny.
Nah, you're getting so much attention right now, Cole.
So much attention
Well, you get attention in your little Discord chats.
where I still don't have my name or a picture of me up. Is that so?
I think I'm like one of the very few people who know what you look like.
And what my name is too, probably. At least
Okay,
one of y'all
Cole.
does.
I don't know your name. Your like actual name.
Okay,
Okay,
Cole,
that's
you're
fair, but
trans.
host does. Why does it matter?
It's a line of questioning.
Where's it going next?
It's going next to why you did it, what the reason for you doing it is.
Doing what? Because being trans is not doing anything.
Transitioning or coming out.
Well, yeah, being trans does not require any sort of transition at all. There are people that don't have gender dysphoria that still are trans, and they're valid in their identities as well. My reason for coming out, which is it's not a monolith, just like the black community is a monolith, just like the disabled community isn't a monolith, all of these different things, okay? So my reason for coming out says nothing about other people's reasons for coming out. I was safe with my family. I knew I wasn't going to be judged, harassed, or told that I wasn't who I am by the people that I was coming out to. And 2, I don't want to be associated with being a man or a woman. So I came out as non-binary because I'm not a man and I'm not a woman. So that frees me of those expectations of fitting into those binaries. And that's my reason for coming out as trans.
So non-binary counts as trans now.
Sometimes, not always, but yes, sometimes.
Yeah, generally being trans is just identifying as something that doesn't conform to the sex that you were assigned at birth.
So if I was assigned male at birth and I'm non-binary, that
No,
doesn't
we get
align.
it.
And if I was assigned female at birth, it's also for chat too. Like, it's not all about you.
Okay.
And if I was assigned female at birth and I'm non-binary, those don't align either. So non-binary people can definitely identify as trans.
Okay, so you identifying as trans, as a non-binary person, do you just do that so you can get buddy with the trans people?
I literally told you I have 0 in-person trans friends.
Yeah,
I have plenty of in-person friends, but I have 0 in-person trans friends. What kind of attention and acceptance am I getting from this community that I'm not even aware of?
Online.
Oh, okay, so I'm getting this major acceptance for being trans online when I'm barely online?
So when you join a group, like a panel on TikTok, and instead of non-binary, you say I'm trans because you want good boy points with them.
well, it's just a categorization of so
You don't get to say that. Only certain people get to say that to me. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so there's it's a categorization. Trans is there's trans binary and trans non-binary. There's also transgender fluid. So like there's multiple different types of being trans. It's like there's different types of cars. There's sports cars. There's trucks.
Yeah,
There's
and gender fluid typically falls under the non-binary umbrella, just to be clear as well.
Which is trans.
Can be, not always. Not all non-binary people identify as trans. There are gender non-conforming people, and people who are gender abolitionists, who are who don't identify as trans because they don't think that the binary as a whole is productive for anybody. So they don't identify as anything binary or non-binary. They just think gender is BS and made up, which the made up part is definitely true. So yeah, not all non-binary people identify as trans, but by definition, technically, we all are.
Okay, host, are you trans?
no.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
super
Not that it matters.
So Solid Snake is saying you are trans.
Wait, what?
Well, maybe we just want to confuse you. Not that that's what she said, but still, that
No,
would be
No,
fun.
I said it to take the piss. I was being sarcastic. Hello?
Yeah, being also being sarcastic to me, the autistic individual. I'm gonna be the one that drops the ball on those cues, bud. No.
No, I said,
Absolutely.
nah,
Thanks for making it
Stowski.
clear.
Motherfucker, I was going, nah, Stowski, you're super trans, aren't you?
Oh, okay, yeah. No,
That's
that
very sarcastic. Hello? If you can't tell that's sarcasm, then
Wait.
damn,
Solid.
I need to try harder.
We haven't convinced Stout to be trans yet? He hasn't given in to the trans agenda?
man,
well,
I'm bullied. I
He's
don't.
still cis?
I'm not. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't do well at anything in life. I don't go out of my house often. I'm autistic and I'm not trans. What?
I know, right?
It's almost as if it's not just a social contagion.
I'm actually dying right now.
Like-
I'm actually impressed that you're not trans.
I'm actually
Do
impressed.
you
that,
not understand?
Like it's just not a mental. It's not a social contagion. This idea
You
has
had like
been.
the perfect setup for it.
Yeah, and also even in areas where they try to like study this has just been disproved. This has never been shown to be the case that it is like some sort of social contagion. The only thing that has been shown is that trans people who are trans will come out after the fact when they become aware of the idea of being trans, like that this is something that is, like socially acceptable to do in any sense.
Okay, so
It's like the
host.
left-hand people came out as soon as they came out of the closet as being left-handed or ambidextrous after we stopped punishing them for being left-handed and ambidextrous. It's almost like people want to identify as something that they authentically are when they have the opportunity to. Kitty.
Okay, host. What are your pronouns?
He, him.
And
Oh
you're
my God,
straight?
we both.
Yeah, I'm straight. That doesn't even have anything to do with gender identity.
I
So
think
you're
he's trying to ask if you're cis, but he doesn't want to use the word that's accurate.
a straight man.
Yeah, I'm a straight straight cisgender male
cishet
man.
You just a cishet man.
Because you sound a little fruity.
Oh my god. Girl, let me tell you about
It's
this.
almost like you can't always tell from people's
It's
voices.
almost like I had gay friends
Wow.
as well. Oh my god, girl. Like it's almost like you can have you can also code switch and that kind of stuff if you really want to. Like I treat you
Cole.
different than like my close friends. I speak differently.
Cole, are you implying that the host was born a female?
No, when did I say that?
This is a very silly conversation.
For
I'm still
real.
trying to understand why we
Hey, Izzy,
shouldn't just
you came at a wild time.
Guys, is this guy actually real, or am I actually having like a schizo episode? Like, Jesus Christ.
For real
This
at this
does not
point.
seem real.
Snake,
I
you
know
know
Honestly.
me.
today.
We talk about this stuff all the time.
When? When have I ever fucking spoken to you? And how the fuck did you know I was intersex? That's my question.
Because you told me the whole story the other day.
When?
thanks for the
We
heartbeat.
literally talk all the time.
No, we don't.
Oh, so
Not
you just
you
want
acting like you're their friend when you aren't.
No, Snake is acting like they don't know me suddenly because we're on a panel with you guys.
No, I genuinely don't fucking know you. What? I'm so confused.
You do know me.
Bro, if I knew you, I'd be
Thank you,
following
Izzy, for meeting the goal.
Bro, you're not even following me because it doesn't even say that I can follow you back. Which
But
means
you told me your whole life story.
Okay, then what's my life story? Go for it.
We're not going to get into it right now.
No. You have my full entire permission to go say my life story as of right now.
Okay, so you were born intersex and they put you on testosterone when you were a kid, and that is why your voice is so deep as a female.
Yeah, but my question is, when the fuck have you been lurking in mine or somebody else's lives when I've mentioned that? Because
No, you told this to me directly.
Listen,
I
I
never
think
been
that
on a
he
panel
was
with somebody
literally
before.
stalking and listening from the hallway and got
Damn.
this information about you when you shared it on another live that he wasn't paneling on. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting right now. It's just
Nah,
like
I
TikTok
don't even
stalker
care that
vibes.
he knows. I'm just questioning how. Like,
I asked you and you told me.
In all fairness, I do have a terrible memory, so I might have spoken to this motherfucker before, but I do not remember it for the life of me.
So don't act like you don't fucking know me.
Do you know what live it was on X?
Yeah, but I forgot. It was a trans person, but I forgot their name.
Oh, very, very specific. Love it.
And they have a pink bird as their picture.
They had a what?
A pink bird as their picture.
A pink bird. I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember talking to you on their live.
That's when we became friends, but we were actually friends before that.
Friends?
I don't think so. I know your memory is bad, Solid, but friends is a massive reach.
Yes.
No.
They're just acting different because now they're on a panel with you.
Each other, so how could we be friends?
Did he just blame this on me because I'm on the panel with y'all?
Yes, Cole.
Did I hear that
Nick, this is you currently.
right? This is wild.
Snake is acting brand new for what?
Bro, what are you on?
This is actually
Both
really
spreading the whole
entertaining in
woke
all
mind
fairness.
virus, lol.
Yeah, cool.
Are we gonna start talking about communism next, brother, comrade?
I am the woke
No.
virus. The woke mind virus. I am it.
Back to what we were talking about. You're garbage.
Oh yeah. What's your definition of garbage? And how are trans people garbage?
Trash. Worthless.
Trans means worthless?
Trash is another word.
Well, I'm looking for more than one word. That's usually what makes up a definition. It's usually not just a synonym. It's usually more words that make up more details. And you need to define and give evidence as to how trans people are this quote unquote garbage.
Unathletic. Untalented.
Okay.
We already took care of the
Wait.
talented
So
one.
hold on.
There's a trans man boxer who actually has done extremely well in his
Got her
sport. So
ass
definitely
whooped.
athletic. Definitely
Honestly.
athletic as fuck, beating the shit out of cis men because he's got the same balance of hormones in his body, so he has the same ability to build muscle as his cis counterparts.
No,
And he
no trans man
actually
ever
does
been
really.
beat.
Let me finish, X. Let me finish. So he actually does really well. So that's your because we only need one person to poke a hole. That's your person who's athletic, who's trans, and your person who's intelligent, who's trans. We already talked about. So next,
No,
is there
I
anything
want to
else?
know their name. Who was the boxer you're talking about?
I'd have to look it up or ask Stoat too, honestly.
You know what's funny is that this motherfucker isn't even creating a definition; they're creating a criteria,
Yeah,
which is
it's
stupidly funny, and it's not even a correct criteria. It's just
Oh,
any
wow.
criteria.
Why
You're
don't
gonna
you
throw your
X
friend under the
X
bus.
X X X X? Why don't you pull up an actual definition from a dictionary and then prove how trans people fit it? Don't die solid.
I'm
There
sorry.
was no trans person ever that was successful at martial arts, any martial arts.
I
Yeah,
literally
Patricia
just told you about
Manuel.
this boxer.
Is there
You didn't name them.
Patricio Manuel is
That's his name.
the first
Patricio Manuel
Yeah,
got his ass whooped.
yeah, but they fought
Were you
professionally in the
watching the
United
same videos I
States.
was?
I'm sorry, but like they're a professional boxer. That's they at least gave some people an ass whooping.
No, they didn't do nothing. They got their ass whooped when they faced real competition.
You can think what you want, but he's athletic, period. That's the truth. You said non-athletic, and we just gave you someone who's very athletic, who's trans. And we already talked about
Who
the
got
intelligent
put on their
people who are
face.
trans.
Who got knocked out.
It's almost like
Has he
boxers get
beaten
knocked
anyone
out.
before?
It's
And has
almost
he beaten
like
anyone before?
Yeah.
Has he
What?
beaten a man before?
Not any good ones.
He has. Is that your answer or no?
No.
Oh, so he has never won
Okay,
a
let's
boxing
look at the
match.
record. Let's look at the records of the guys he beat.
I'm not looking for records. I'm just looking, has he beat a cis man?
You know there's a thing called padded records, right?
Really? 3-1, is he? I mean, I'd have to look it up,
It
but
is,
like
that
that
is-
seems
that
like
is
a
right.
pretty good record for him.
3 wins,
So
1
if
loss.
you,
3-1?
look at
3-1, you're looking at 1, we're looking at 3. Move on, next point. Why
his
are we
opponent's
garbage,
record was
quote
0 and
unquote?
600, I bet you.
X, I need you to A, give a definition of garbage, and B, tell us how trans people fit it. Go ahead.
You need to answer my question.
I didn't even hear your question because you need to give proof and evidence behind what you're stating first, because you've already stated it.
My question is, your claim is invalid because their opponent record was probably 0 and 20.
Oh, so you don't even know their opponent's record. You're just guessing.
I bet you. Do you want me to
Bravo.
find it right now?
Yeah, let's look.
Go ahead and look up the 3 people that he beat.
And I bet you those 3 people didn't have a single win.
That's wild. That's easy to prove wrong too.
Ooh, hold on. I actually have this up here. They
Pull it up.
have one of them is 3 wins, 5 losses, 0 draws. Alexander Prince Gutierrez. So yeah, no,
Proved them
they
wrong
have
already.
won. What's next is that the people that they've boxed have only lost.
Looks like your point
You
doesn't
didn't
have
say
any
the other
evidence
two. You
behind
didn't say
it.
the other two he fought.
Hugo
guys,
Aguilera. Let's look up them.
Oh, you're gonna be looking up things? Okay, 1 second, people.
Boxer.
Solid,
Yeah,
that's
1 win.
so loud.
They have 1 win, 8 losses. That's fair enough.
Wow, a win. A win.
And
What
Hein
do you know?
I don't know how to
And
pronounce
the
their name.
third,
Bro, is this Canadian gonna keep? Oh,
If
we're
he
doing
has
more
at
looking
least
up,
1
second,
win,
guys.
then we've proven you wrong on all 3 opponents.
Ooh,
This
Chrome
is sad. I feel bad for X.
Chrome is having a fun time right now. Oh yeah, he also has a win.
Oh,
And
what
how
do you
many
know?
losses?
They all have wins. They all have wins, which was your claim, and you don't get to move the goalposts. You don't get to move it.
Yeah. Oof.
They all
That's
have
crazy.
wins. Every single person he's beat has wins. So
Okay,
move
so
on
let
to
me
your
get this
next
straight.
point. Let me finish, X. They're athletic and intelligent. What next?
So a good 12-year-old boxer could knock him out.
I mean, depends if they're like a
Not
300-pound 12-year-old baby.
Or like, are they on HRT? Like, if you're talking about trans people, like that's yes, literally, Izzy. He's conceded now
So what's the
that they
boxer's
have.
name again?
Let me finish, X. He's conceded now that each of his opponents that he beat have wins, and that trans people are also intelligent because they contributed to the microchip that we have in our devices today. You agree with that, X?
Yes.
Okay, so you conceded to both of those things. What's next?
But for the record, the boxer you're talking about probably couldn't beat a fucking 12-year-old amateur boxer.
Well, I mean,
Dude.
they won 3 different times in professional boxing.
Out of 4.
So like this is quite funny.
That's a 75% win rate.
They also were, they were a 5-time national champion or amateur champion when they were before transitioning. So like they're pretty obviously an okay boxer for a woman to begin with. And then they transitioned, and then they became, did all right as a male boxer.
Well, for the record, I would beat her bitch ass.
For the record,
don't misgender.
no one fucking cares. It's almost like he's also like a super featherweight class. So like, yeah, a lot of people who box would beat them just because they're in a super featherweight class. If they were,
Yeah, but like X.
No, but what
Sorry,
about
go ahead,
professional weight? What about professional weightlifter Laurel Hubbard as well? Another athletic trans woman. Crazy.
Yeah, and I even just want to move on. Like we've proven
Yeah,
it only
let's move
takes
on.
one. It only takes one to poke a hole in it. So you've conceded that trans people are athletic and that trans people are intelligent. So what is your next point? Why are trans people garbage?
Yes,
quote
I
unquote?
concede that trans people are intelligent and athletic in extreme cases.
yeah, so
Okay,
are just
so what
normal
else?
cisgender individuals.
Normal cisgender individuals are garbage.
Oh, they're garbage too. At least we're consistent on that front. People
Oops,
are
all
garbage, is
garbage.
your point?
Are we all just a trash pile then? Is this the conclusion?
Yes, you're a big trash pile that I need to set on fire.
Oh well, so
that includes you.
yeah.
So you're gonna burn everyone? That's crazy.
What's next? He's gonna
That
start
is
talking about
wild.
eugenics because that's what I feel like's we're going down.
Those are the vibes.
He's
My question is, when the fuck is this motherfucker stalked me enough to pick up on that entire story?
we
I'm
got
You
our
have a
so
bad
lucky.
memory.
I know I do. but,
Honestly.
like,
Maybe
you stalked me
block
and
him
I was this panel and followed
after
me.
this. I mean,
No, I'm not
that's my
stalking.
only suggestion, Solid, is maybe block him after this so that he
You think
ideally
I
can't
care?
see.
This motherfucker. If this motherfucker
I
wants
mean,
to
if you
follow
don't
me, I'll
care,
talk to
then
this
you
motherfucker.
just know now.
Snake, we were literally on a panel for over an hour playing the game, Criminal or this game. You know what I'm talking about? You put up a mugshot of someone, and it's either a criminal or a employee. Remember?
Wait, that's
So
crazy. I do not.
Wow.
I remember that interaction. I don't remember you being there. What?
Yes, I was there for an hour.
He was
Bro, you must
probably
have had
just
a
in the
different
halls
name.
watching.
Nah, probably either a different name and profile picture or something.
Do you want to see if Canadian wants to come up and so they can crash out and immediately lose their live access themselves?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm
Come on.
I'm down.
Come on, Canadian. Come on. Come here, boy.
I invited Canadian.
You have help, X.
Well, I don't need it.
Yeah, hi, Canadian. Can I get your age and
Not what
pronouns,
I
please?
said.
Pardon me?
Can I get your age and pronouns, please?
I don't have pronouns and I'm 35 years old.
Okay,
You
so
just said
Okay.
I is a pronoun. When
Okay,
people refer
well,
to you,
let's talk
I'm
about
asking you a question. I'm asking you a
trans
question. When people speak about you in the third person, when you aren't there, do they use he, him, she, her, they, them, or other pronouns? Which one? Do you know you're muted? Do you know how to unmute?
who's got the biscuit making machine turned on max?
Cole.
That's me.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I was about to say it's actually not me. I'm in my car.
I just muted myself, thanks. So let's talk about how transgender people are mentally unstable. They change themselves for
We
other
need
people
your
and they
pronouns
can
for TikTok purposes so that we do not violate TikTok terms of service. We need your pronouns. I muted you again. Please give us he, him, she, her, they, them, or other when you unmute next. Go ahead.
as a demon.
Go ahead.
Well, let's talk about how
Is it
transgender
he,
people can't
him,
accept themselves.
she, her, or they, them? You can unmute again and give us an answer.
So block muting me first so I can actually talk.
Well,
Maybe
you're
if you
not
answer
giving
the
us an
question.
answer first. Give us
Hey,
an
keep
answer
it.
and
Well,
I
what do
won't
you
mute
want?
you.
For what? What do you want an answer for? They?
I would like your pronouns. You use they, them pronouns? He, him, she, her, or other?
He, they. That's what us demons use.
He, they?
He, they. That's
Okay,
what
got it.
demons.
Oh, that's what demons use? Wait, whoa, did I hear that right?
Or they might have said humans. I couldn't quite hear them.
Oh. Well, women don't use those pronouns, but go ahead. Continue.
Okay.
I mean,
Let's talk about how transgender people can't accept themselves, so they transition to changing themselves from a man to a woman, but they don't get to the root problem of their mental instabilities.
They don't understand anything about this. I'm gonna let Stoke take over the direction of this. Go ahead.
So let's just get like really linear here. You're gonna say that they don't accept themselves. Well, there's plenty of transgender individuals who do accept themselves when they're diagnosed with no sort of mental illness. The only sort of like incongruity that can exist simply from being trans is going to be something such as gender dysphoria, which is the incongruence between one's own sex assigned at birth and the gender they identify with, and the body that they exist in.
Resulting in distress,
But
to be clear.
can they
That's
biologically
specific to
birth
the
their child?
diagnosis.
Or
We're
are they
gonna let the
supposed to
host
birth
finish
the
now.
child out their...
We're gonna let the host finish now.
Oh no,
Thank
I
you.
was gonna let them speak. That's fine. They can speak. They're asking an actual question.
My apologies. Go ahead.
So a transgender person's supposed to give birth out their asshole?
No,
Biologically, it doesn't work.
there's so being trans doesn't have anything to do with how you like would sexually reproduce necessarily.
Not the 2-year-old understanding of
Yeah,
birth.
if somebody gets like has bottom surgery, like if you don't have bottom surgery, there's still a good chance, like if you're a female, that you could give birth. There's going to be considerations that you're gonna have to be aware of, but like if you had your eggs frozen beforehand, or they just used stem cells to make an egg, because that is possible nowadays. I don't know if it's clinically possible or available yet.
Yeah,
But it is.
cloning is possible.
Well, yeah,
I
I'm
have
just wondering if it's clinically. I'm not sure if it is clinically, like out of like a, hey, I can just go get stem cells transition to an egg at this point.
Not quite yet, but I would implore you to see Izzy's most recent comment, and kind of go on that line of questioning as well. Sorry.
Well, I just look at it as they can't accept themselves, and I can't accept them for their mental instabilities. We used to have mental institutions in the 50s and 60s
Okay, you need
like
to
this.
shut your mouth because you're
Yeah,
spreading misinformation slash disinformation, which is why you were muted. We only interrupt for things such as misinformation and disinformation, and saying that
Well,
being trans is a mental illness is misinformation and disinformation, and we won't stand for that. So unless you can provide us evidence for those things, he ran. Oh, that's so funny. Then don't say it.
Ali
But yeah,
said.
is he just?
Ali
Sorry, go
said we
ahead.
can't accept ourselves. Dude just went on a whole thing about hiding his pronouns.
For real. Um, Sorry. Izzy said, "Boom, boom, boom, boom,
Projection,
boom."
pure projection.
What? But before that, the comment I
Oh,
was referring to was, why does he see women as just baby making machines? That
this is
is
a this is a
typical, sadly, but so fucked up.
this is a
So
Holy
fucked up.
Nation point of view, and the Holy Nation is not based. If anyone knows these references, you're goaded.
If holy
Uh,
is in the title, it's not based.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're quite the religious cult in Kenshi. So
Ux
Oh,
or Ux.
I
Jesus
don't get that
X.
reference, but
Are you still around, X? That's my question.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
your
no
mother
longer.
was a
Thanks
hamster
for
and
the.
your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. Now, if you get that reference, you're truly goated.
Please message me about that because I need to know now, and I don't
You don't get the
already.
reference.
Sorry, I don't. X is teacupping again. We're
You
back.
can.
Hopefully, focused on. Just message it to me, and I'll see you later. And you can tell us why trans people are garbage by definition. Go ahead, X.
Well, I only like trans women that I'm attracted to, and I'm not attracted to most of them.
Oh, but you're attracted to some trans women? Did we just get that admitted?
you're probably attracted to some cis males as well. Because I don't know if you've
You're
seen Vlad.
probably, Jesus Christ, one of those conservatives that looks up trans women porn online. Corn, sorry, excuse me, TikTok, educational purposes only.
I haven't ever gotten it
Dude,
restricted for language. There's
please do not be that dude that is quote unquote cis and straight that is obsessed with trans women porn. Please don't be that dude. But tell us if you are.
please don't be them, but do let us know if you
I'm
are.
not, and I'm straight, by the way.
I mean, I guess
What was
there's
that,
nothing
X?
inherent. Oh, they said that they're not, but they're straight.
Oh, so they don't watch trans women porn, but they are straight, is what they're saying. What he's saying. Yes, X?
I mean,
Yeah,
I like a
so
couple of them.
I'm still just trying
Oh,
to find when we're gonna land the plane on why we shouldn't support transgender individuals. Like this plane has been like it took off a while ago, and it's like it's looking for the landing. It's requested landing, so you're clear to land. You want to put her down on the ground, or
oh,
are you gonna do another go around?
Yeah, we're
And
gonna
we've
land.
clarified real quick before you do land, because I know host is going to be a little annoyed, but also let me do this. Um, uh, Defining how we are or
Oh,
are not garbage would help you. Garbage shouldn't be like allowed, like for example, neo-Yazis. They shouldn't be allowed to just run about and exist and be. But trans people are not harming anyone in any way by being trans. So like I don't think garbage should just be free to exist, but
It's hard on the
defining,
eyes.
let me finish, defining what garbage is to you and why people fit under that definition, I think is part of the topic. Because if we are garbage, then I don't want to support garbage. I don't think that Solid wants to support garbage, nor do I think the host wants to support actual garbage, which is why we're having this conversation, because trans people are not garbage to us and gender affirming care is life saving to us. So address that point, please.
You guys are very hard on the eyes.
Then close your eyes.
That's the thing, though. I would rather you not come around me.
Oh, so in public places we should be suppressed, but you should have all the freedom.
Yes, because you chose to be trans.
Oh, I see, I see.
oh.
Show us the evidence and science that says that you choose to be trans.
Yeah, this approach is, you should already hit that go around button already, buddy. You gotta hit that toga button and go around. This is
Exactly,
a super
Izzy. I'd rather
unstable
not come
approach.
around you either. I'm sorry. That's just so good and so accurate. Like I said earlier, we just want to be left the fuck alone, especially by transphobes. We just want to exist.
The track ran out. It ran out.
Oh.
That was the end of the track. God damn it.
Yeah,
Another
That was
example.
actually.
Bling
Was that-
Jing Jack in the comments, you're hard on the eyes.
What in the comments is hard on the eyes?
Bling Jack.
Oh,
Or Blinging
listen.
Jack.
I think Birdie also has a trans flag in her profile. He's only calling out the people he knows are trans because they have trans flags in their pro.
Oh,
What the fuck? It's only because they have trans flags in their profile names that he's calling them out.
Did I lie,
Yes,
though?
we all know when people are announcing it, but you are claiming to know whether or not people are announcing it. That's what's wild.
Oh, if I can hear you and see you at the same time, I can always tell.
I can always tell, quote unquote, Izzy and you, Jesus fucking Christ, every GC in existence is just so. I'm sorry, not sorry. Y'all just need to gain some EQ, particularly, but also IQ. I mean, come on.
I don't like using IQ as a measure of intelligence. It's actually just a poor, like, let's be realistic here, it's a poor measurement of intelligence.
I'm not saying that it is. I totally agree with you. But when we talk about EQ, at least, and I only use IQ because it's like standardized. But when we
Yeah.
talk about EQ, that is definitely a more like I don't know the testing specifically behind EQ, and I have to look into it more. But from what I know, it's literally, hi Nova, scientifically proven that females slash women have a much higher EQ than men do. And I am not, there's nothing to convince me otherwise. Again, I need to look into it, make sure that I have the proper like evidence behind this belief. But yeah, Ashlyn said it once, and you know Ashlyn, and Ashlyn is a mental health professional to be specific. So yeah, I mean, like EQ, at least, I think, is a very valid thing to measure. Whether we're measuring it correctly or not right now is a different story. But I think that it's important to bring EQ into the conversation a lot more. especially because it is shown typically that men have a much lower EQ than women. So. X, do you know what IQ stands for?
No.
Do you know what EQ stands for?
No.
Okay, it's just good to know. You weren't the one who said them, so I'm not gonna like hate on you for it because you aren't trying to argue that while not knowing what it means. But it's good to know that like doesn't know what it means, at least in this case.
Yeah, so you're running into fuel, bud. You got to get this plane down. But when we're gonna touch down, like your passengers are upset. You have many who've missed their connecting flights. When are we gonna land?
Okay, we're landing, folks. We're landing right into fucking Loserville.
Okay, so we're landing in Luton. Got it.
Hey. Now, honestly,
Go
I
ahead.
can't disagree, but.
I didn't mean to like shoot shots at you. It's just the worst London airport.
Luton Airport is a shithole, I will admit, but you could always say it's on X's massive forehead as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Luton's just the worst airport in London because it's just simply not in London. There's Gatwick, Heathrow, London City, and then Luton, but Luton's like outside of actual London, so everybody fucking hates it. So.
Well, actually, it's in Greater London. It's just not in London City. That's why.
Oh well, yeah. It is still pretty
Greater
close.
London is its own county. It's the same as Manchester and Greater Manchester.
Okay, have we all gotten it out of our system and we can let X land the plane now?
Okay.
Alright, go for it, X. Floor is yours.
When you were one gender or one sex or the other at birth, you were either male or female. Your body is designed to reach that male potential or female potential. If you go and switch it up, you're not going to reach your potential.
Okay.
Any evidence?
Also,
yes,
like
evidence is.
That's not like necessarily a wrong thing, like or a bad thing.
It is a wrong thing. It's a waste.
Yeah. So why ought we not change our potential?
What?
Why ought we not change our potential? So I'm asking a moral claim, like why are we ought to, like why shouldn't we do this?
Because you're not going to be the best version of yourself.
So that's making
if you
an
transition.
is fallacy there. You can't justify an ought with an is. So let me just ask you again, why ought we not reach our potential? Or what's wrong with, not reaching our potential? I would also reject the very notion of being designed. The only way that you could say that we're designed is if you were to say from like our genes have been selected by our environment. That is the only way that you can actually.
Not only that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Not only that, but who's to say if we were designed that certain people were not designed to be trans?
Nobody is designed to be trans.
Okay, evidence.
Unless you're intersex.
Okay, evidence.
Wait, what? What about intersex? What?
I can see intersex people being trans because we don't know what the fuck they are anyway.
That's wild work. Considering you knew that Solid was female and intersex.
Well, wow, Solid has been acting different on this fucking stream, so we're not really friends anymore.
I'm sorry, I just muted you, but that was so funny. We're not really friends anymore. You were never friends to begin with. I know Solid enough to say that. Am I right, Solid?
Nah, we were totes best mates,
But they didn't even remember you. Oh, bro.
I
Newsflash.
was friends with him
She,
before you were.
X, she was never your friend.
I was friends with
I
her
was
before
never
you
your
were.
friend. Any trans people who are trans or accomplices to the movement were never your friend, even if you think that they were. You are not even intelligent enough to follow the conversation. You think that trans people should exist, but only if they're intersex. What the fuck? So you think that people can be trans, meaning that they have a brain anatomy typically of the opposite sex of what they were born as. You think they can be trans if they're intersex, but not if they're female or male. That's wild.
Okay, can I rephrase that?
Yeah.
I mean, sure. You can try to dig yourself out of this hole. Go ahead.
If you're going to be a adult entertainer, you can be trans. If you're not going to be that, don't bother being trans.
Wow, that shows what you care about.
That's
You care
insane.
about
Nah,
trans adult
he,
entertainment.
bro,
You
bro
care
is
about
the
trans
bro.
corn.
He is the chaser of trans sex workers. That's insane.
This is the ultimate trans tracer. I mean, I can't even put into words how wild that admission just was.
Because I actually am glad they're around because they are very good at their jobs.
Because you think we're all sex workers and we're only good for that.
What else do you serve society with?
We're only good for sex. The dehumanization is wild. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's just ridiculous.
What other reason could you be in trans benefit society?
Your master caution's going off. You got to do something about
Oh
that,
my
sir.
goodness. Okay, Keaton, listen here. Keaton.
Yeah.
I'm solid. I don't know if you're the one playing the music or if it's Keaton, but whoever it is, can you pause it real quick?
It's not
Sorry.
me.
Thanks.
Sorry, was that too
Okay.
loud?
That's okay. It was a little too loud for my brain, but I can also just like turn down my earbud if I need to. Anyways, Stowe, do you think that you're more valuable like to society as a person being who you genuinely are versus who you genuinely are not?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so if I was
I
forced
didn't ask you, X.
Yeah, so I've been genuinely like the person I have, and I've been the best person when I'm being who I am, not who others see me as or want me to be. And that's just because people are best at, being who they are. This is just seeing whenever you look at people and they're allowed to live a genuine life versus trying to force them into some sort of box category. It's very apparent if you look at like even across the board as just even just normal, like quote unquote normal people. If they grow up in a family that doesn't accept them for being who they are, they just have worse life outcomes.
And that means, like, just to clarify, higher depression rates and higher anxiety rates than their counterparts, correct?
Well, you say it's who you really
I'm not
are.
asking you, X. I'm asking Keaton, the one with the sources.
Wait, what do you want?
These people are, like, when you say they're better off, you mean less depression and less anxiety amongst people who are genuine versus people who are not, correct?
Yeah, so it's going to be better mental health outcomes, lower rates of, so that's going to include things like lower rates of anxiety, depression, other sorts of
even SI.
Yeah, that goes along with those too. Usually, they're kind of stressors that add onto that rate.
Yeah, so if you've been
yeah, Snake, that's a great idea.
I'd have to look, but X, if you've been listening, you'll realize that people genuinely being who they are versus being forced to act as who they're not is beneficial to their health as a whole. Would you agree with that, X?
No, you know how many people detransition?
It is so few. I actually do.
Yes. Would you like me to start bringing up some sources? I can start...
Zero. Just to start out, 0.6% of people that medically detransition for the specific reason that they are not trans. 0.6%. And for reference, knee surgery and hip surgery, I can never remember which is which. One has a 20% regret rate, and the other has a 40% regret rate. So a 0.6, a less than 1% regret rate, is minuscule compared to even common medical procedures.
I don't believe that statistic.
You can pull it up, so.
Do you believe that statistic?
What's the
Sorry,
hip
my
replacement
alarm
and
keeps going off.
hip replacement.
Those, and also you can bring up the 0.6% stat, which is the one I want to focus on the most. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you honestly believe that statistic?
Yeah, so with
Science does.
modern hip replacements have a much more higher success rate. It shows about a 5 to 20% patient dissatisfaction. Knee, I think they've also gotten better. Yeah, the dissatisfaction's around 10 to 20%.
No, I'm not talking about fucking knees and hips. I'm talking about transition.
Yeah, so
Okay, so again, that stat of 0.6% of people who detransition do it for the reason of they are not trans would be what we're looking for
No, it
here.
has to be for any reason.
yeah,
No. I said for the reason of not being trans. Detransitioning because your family doesn't allow you to be trans without extreme distress doesn't mean that you detransitioned because you had regret or because you are not trans. So we're looking at just the people who regret it because they are not trans. Okay, X?
So,
Okay,
in
can
a random
somebody
sample
send me
of 303 patients from the Nottingham Center of Transition Health, only one person was found to have detransition. That's 0.3%. In another study of 1,989 patients who underwent gender-affirming surgery, 60 detransitioned applied for reversal surgery. Again, 0.3%. The CAS report mentions the analysis from GIDS from 2018 to 2022, where 3,306 people were included. Fewer than 10 detransition, less than 0.3%. The Cows has some things interesting to say that, like, oh, well, the number of detransitions might be rising. Yeah, how the fuck is it going to get less than 0.3%? In a meta-analysis of 27 studies, in a meta-analysis of 27 studies related to gender-affirming surgery done, 7,928 transgender patients, 77 showed any form of regret. The most common reason was poor social and family support. Only 35 people showed clear regret, meaning wanting to detransition. In a retrospective study, let's see, with 6,793 trans people spanning more than 40 years, from the largest Dutch gender clinic treating more than 95% of all trans people in the country, 0.6% of trans women and 0.3% of trans men experienced regret following a gonadectomy, which is lower surgery. Let's see, what else? A long-term follow-up on regret rates related to double mastectomies, with 139 patients who had undergone surgery from 1990 to 2020. 0% had any rate. So should we continue?
Whoa, 0% for double mastectomy for top surgery? That is one I actually didn't know before. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I mean, there's only like 130 something patients, so like it's almost expected that you wouldn't have like.
Yeah, it's not like a most like the most credible, best method, best grouping, things like that. But it's still good to know that there is a study out there that says 0% of people regret this. You know.
In the largest to-date survey with 92,329 respondents, 94% more satisfied with their life after transitioning. 98% of all those who underwent hormone treatment felt more satisfied with their life. So it was only 2% who didn't feel more satisfied. And they don't actually break down those numbers anymore. But we do know that a lot of the times when you break down these numbers, it's because people treat them like shit. In a longitudinal analysis of all applications for gender affirming surgery in Sweden from 1960 to 2010, there's a 2.2% regret rate. Regret refers to the application of retransition, or the application to retransition to their assigned gender at birth. Interestingly, the analysis shows that the regret rates become rarer as time goes on, probably because of better medical procedures and a more accepting environment.
And Solid has their hand up, so I would like to give an opportunity if they are not teacup currently with life to give them a chance to speak.
On first.
So
Okay.
so yeah, I would really press you to really think about those numbers there, because that's a lot of people who seem to be really happy with who they are after the fact.
Okay, that's fine, but teaching it to kids in school is too far.
Pivot.
We advocate for a age-appropriate education on these things. So kindergartners are not going to be learning what sophomores in high school are, you know?
Yeah, that hurt my neck almost with how quick that pivot was. We're gonna have to check the wings and
Right.
the plane after that. That was some high G maneuvering that this plane was
Nah,
not rated
all-
for.
All I can say is was this X earlier when speaking about me?
Yeah, so also regarding like children, yeah, they're taught age appropriate things that not everybody necessarily looks the same. That it's okay if somebody who was identified as a male or who identified as a man starts identifying as a woman. That not all families look the same and that kind of stuff. That's going to be taught to children. I don't think we should be teaching like realistically anything regarding like sexual orientation. Beyond just what families look like and that kind of stuff to children. I think that you'd be pressed to find anybody who wants to.
Exactly, and to add to that, when we talk about children in the way that Keaton is or host is, we're talking about like adolescents, like under the age of where they would be having sex. Like, I don't know where people lost their virginity at, but it was sometime in our teenage years, probably, in like high school era. Not always, but probably. And so we want to teach these kids about different sexualities because it's relevant to their lives. It's relevant to what they're going to be doing, whether we teach them abstinence or not. So it does progress as these adolescents age into their teenage years, into their high school years. But it's not just starting out like Keaton said. It's not just starting out with like, hey, this is what different sexualities are, blah blah blah, whatever. How like that kind of stuff isn't what we're teaching 6, 7, 8-year-olds. You know.
Holy yap.
That's it. That's all you have to say about that.
Just yap. Just
No,
holy yap.
Get it right. Holy yap. Holy
yap. The yap was of the holy nature.
Yeah, the plane just crashed. I agree that the fuselage split
The plane
apart.
just crashed.
There are no survivors.
I'm
No,
following
the
you
plane
now. I wasn't before, but Jesus fucking Christ, the plane just crashed.
The plane didn't just crash. The plane ended up in the Bermuda Triangle and got lost to the depths of time.
It's gone forever.
The NTSB is
Amelia
gonna.
Earhart style.
The NTSB is going to have to spend many months looking into what happened and what dramatic went so wrong with this flight. It ultimately is going to conclude that it was pilot error.
Nah, the plane became a bird. The plane became a bird and started flapping its wings.
No survivors, yeah.
I just can't. I'm sorry. This is the greatest show in all night.
This dude is just actually a skit.
I don't think that there were any thankfully I don't think there were any passengers on board this flight.
Hopefully there weren't any.
The flight of my mental sanity.
The flight of GCs. Unfortunately, there are more GCs on the plane. I hope they passed as well. That's all I'll say.
Do you support gender affirming care for minors?
For individuals under
Depends
the
on
age
their
of 18.
situation,
I
but
think we've already
yes.
haven't I already addressed this, that yeah, it's fine as long as it's like, medically
No,
recommended.
that was with party. That was with
Oh,
party.
with dumbass number 1, got it. Okay, yeah, you're right. Oh, sorry, not dumbass number 1. He was pretty. Nah, he was pretty rough. Yeah, no, I think it's completely fine to do, especially when it's seen as medically necessary. Individuals who transition earlier and are like super, like that they're actually on board with transitioning have lower regrets rates overall and tend to have better outcomes.
And what is medically necessary?
Seen as whatever the medical community sees as necessary. I mean, there's
Benefiting functional daily life is what I would say.
Yeah, I would say that if things like, and it has to be something that's persistent, consistent, and insistent when we're talking about children, especially, or
Absolutely.
minors, because we're not even really talking about children at this point. Children under the age of 12 are not really going to receive anything. Maybe a few might receive puberty blockers for things other than pubescent puberty, or not pubescent.
Just underage puberty
Yeah.
before it's supposed to happen.
Okay, so you're saying anyone under 12
Precocious.
you're not going to take seriously.
No,
it's just we're not
they
going to do
aren't going
anything
through-
medically.
Go ahead. Because they aren't going through puberty. So what would puberty blockers do for somebody who isn't even undergoing puberty yet? The answer, in case you were wondering, at least the scientific consensus, is nothing except harm.
There might even be good reasons to like make sure that kids are going through Tanner stage 1 of puberty to begin with. I haven't looked super far into
Exactly.
it, but like puberty blockers are only used starting at Tanner stage 2.
Snake, Solid Snake, are we friends or not? Because you haven't said.
Yikes.
Not that she remembers.
I haven't said it all.
The elevator cable going down to hell just snapped with that one.
You haven't given me a yes
bro,
or no.
No, bro, I think the plane has done a U-turn.
Forget
Bro, the
landing. We're just cruising in the opposite direction.
The plane has done a barrel roll, a backflip, and a U-turn.
We're
all at
upside down.
once.
Yeah, the plane has reincarnated. It is now on a flat spin.
Nah, guys, only the back. Nah, the plane split in half, and only the back end fell off. The front end's still traveling though.
Oh.
So you are going to feed into someone under 12 years old. You're going to feed into their delusions.
Well, actually, there's
What
Holy
evidence for
U-turn.
delusion, or don't use the term again, because it's misinformation. So
But how do you
evidence
know?
or don't use it.
How do you know it's not the
Because
parent?
there is no evidence. There is
Yeah.
no evidence for that. So give evidence or stop using the word delusion in relation to being trans. It's that simple.
Okay, can I say the word fantasies?
No,
no.
unless you give evidence.
so like you're trying to say that these things don't comport to comport? Yeah, comport.
Comply with reality. I don't fucking know.
Why are we still indulging this guy?
Honestly, ask hosts, but also like maybe people in comments are learning. I don't know who else
Yeah,
here
so-
at
so
this
y-
point.
You're basically trying to say that these things don't align with their ideas don't align with reality, but that's problematic because it's not
True.
Well, I'm just going to
Sorry.
leave because Solid Snake doesn't want me here anymore.
Oh, so you're running.
Damn.
Because we'd kick you if we didn't want you here that much. Or you can run, or you can stay, you know?
I think this is my brain after the amount of times that fucking plane has done a barrel roll.
Honestly, we're all dizzy.
Should I pull up some Microsoft Flight Sim and try to like reenact what happened here? No.
So how do
Just
you
a
know-
few
how do you
screws
know?
loose.
If
I
they're
think
under
there are so
12,
many more
Guys,
than we can count.
if they're
are
under
we
12, how do you know their
no,
parents
wait,
not
guys.
pushing it on them?
Never mind. I'm not going to say that joke. That joke might be a bit
Because
too dark for
gender,
TikTok.
that's okay. Solid. Send it to me in DMs though, and I'll probably enjoy it. Anyways, um, children develop their gender identity between the ages of typically of 3 and 7. So 12-year-olds do in fact know who they are gender-wise. As wild as a concept as that may be to you, it's scientific truth. Whoa. He can't even respond. The
So how do you
silence
know
is
the
deafening.
parents? How do you
Look
know the
in the
parents aren't
cervical. Check the
encouraging
cervical and you'll
it?
see the joke.
So if there's ways that we can go about this that we just ask them directly. But the way that we really know too is that people tend to, if they're forced to do things that they don't want to be, they tend to push back on it, and they seem like there's going to be very like recognizable patterns of them being uncomfortable, unhappy with what's going on, and these are going to be things that like somebody's going to be asked. It's likely that people who are going to undergo these any sort of like medical transition are going to be asked in private if they've been coerced or asked to do these things by somebody, because there is like there is, I would say, maybe a very 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 tiny concern that that's possible, that it's a parent trying to do what they might see as being best, but it doesn't end up being the best. It's much more likely though that it's somebody who's the parents are going to reject this individual and try to prevent them from being who they are, and that leads
Yeah,
to worse outcomes down the road.
funny enough, we actually have statistics, evidence, if you will, that show that this, because this would be considered Munchausen's,
Yeah,
that
Munchausen by
show that
proxy.
that is exactly, that shows that this is a very, 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 very minuscule amount of a very, 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 very small community to begin with. It depends on the study that you source, but we're typically between 1 and 3% of the population. So I don't get why it's a big deal in the first place to support us since we're such a small part of the population. Um, and then when we look at groups within this group, I wonder why even a smaller part of the population is such a worry to you, Like, that's just my question.
Yeah, there is evidence that that being transgender is not, a form of Munchausen syndrome, which is the idea that like it's a fictitious illness that somebody's like not actually trans. But that's kind of playing into the idea that being trans doesn't actually exist, which I would just reject to begin with.
Period.
How much of the population is trans?
It's not a huge
Depending on
amount.
the study you source, it's 1 to 3% of the
Yeah.
population
It
typically.
it might be more than that, but I'm not super sure to say. Like it really depends.
Yeah, I suspect it's higher than that because certain societies do not accept trans individuals yet. Therefore, they don't feel safe to come out yet. But depending on the studies of the facts, I mean the statistics that we have been able to collect, it is at least 1 to 3% of the population, depending on what study you're sourcing.
What are you saying, that deeply religious areas of Russia are not affirming? No way.
Whoa.
No way, comrade brother. No, that's a wild take. Yeah, no, it's not. Not Munchausen. It's nothing like that. It's a natural, being trans is a natural expectation within the wide variety of human identification. And I think you won.
Considering that, yeah, considering just for people, again, I need to get my fucking source doc recovered. So that, like, there were a lot of things I lost with my phone too. But anyway, I need to get it recovered because I have sources
Wait,
that
did he
show.
won?
Yeah, I think so. sources that show that, like, and other people have sourced this, including but not limited to Mama Corrupt, um, sources that there is actual evidence. Now, I don't want to get into transmedicalism and the fact that not all trans people are going to show that their brain sex, quote unquote, aligns with their gender. That's not always going to be the case, which is why I don't want, like, bringing it up all the time, but it is often the case, and that part has been studied and proven. So bringing up this kind of evidence as well is like, you're just believing part of science, but not all of it at that point. Honestly, that's pretty wild to me.
There we go. Yeah, that person was being held together with hopes and prayers. The plane was no longer.
For real.
No, that dude was made, like, put together worse than paper mache.
So many laughable moments. The irony is screaming.
No, just the amount of time that I had just clippable music parts to that entire thing of just hold music or waiting music.
Right? And he also thought that I was male. Can we all take a moment? I
Yeah,
love this
however,
little
yeah, I'm
hack of
sorry,
being non-binary that and being on T that most people, even GCs, do not know. They cannot clock me online. And it is the
they
most
can't clock me.
hysterical shit to me. I'm right, you too either. It's so funny. You're male. No, bitch.
They never,
You
they
don't know
never clock
shit.
me. They never clock me.
It really is so entertaining sometimes. And honestly, hopefully, hang on. I got a hair in my mouth. Okay, I think I got it. Anyway, hopefully he's okay with me sharing this. But the amount of times that like people try to clock him as being a trans man and not even me,
Who, me?
yes,
Oh, yeah.
that is the funniest shit to me.
Yeah, I
Like,
find
if
it.
you think the host is trans and you don't think that I'm trans, whoa, are you in for an
What
absolute
about
trip?
me? What about me?
What about you? Well, most people haven't stalked you and
Yeah,
do not know what your
most
sex
people
is.
haven't stalked me, and those who haven't never get it right, hilariously. The fact that
Exactly.
that dude had admitted to stalking a live
Only
stream of mine for over an
stalkers.
hour is insane.
That's absolutely wild. Saying he was there when I wasn't there, so I don't know for sure. Don't hold me to this. But I was definitely getting the vibes that he was just watching from the bleachers, was like, I'm not even gonna tap in and show that I'm watching this live, but I'm watching it for sure, like that is some next level like obsession with you, which is so wild to me.
Like, the fact that he just went like, oh, I'll leave if, like, Solid doesn't want me here. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know you, bitch.
Creeper behavior. Yeah, I grant that. I like how we're like, hey, can we try to land this plane? And it just kept circling, running out of fuel.
Crashed. Absolutely destroyed. Demolished on impact.
Anyways, yeah, I got my medicine
my
now.
brain was this one trying to figure out the
Ah!
situation.
You said you have your medicines, Keaton?
Yeah, I have my meds now. My Vyvanse.
That's so good.
Med
Were you there? Hang on. Were you there when a biologist who like does research told me to take my ADHD med, my stimulant specifically, every day?
Yeah, I remember
I
it
can't
was
remember whose live I was on.
you were on my live. It was we were talking with
Oh, it was
somebody
yours?
came up, yeah, and they were talking
It
about
was silicone.
yeah, they're the I think they're German. Were they German or were
I don't
they?
know, but they do
They're
research
European, I
with
thought, of
their
some flavor.
entire like population statistics. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're a big data like medical scientist, which is kind of a cool thing. I wanted to go into big data for a while when I was growing up, and that's now moved towards like AI, and I don't know, I don't know if I really would have been happy going down that path. I do think big data
Yeah.
analysis is pretty cool stuff, but beyond that, it's like you can draw some really cool conclusions using like AIs now, but a lot of it's kind of useless. I think a lot of the practical uses for this stuff is like trying to find patterns in things we otherwise didn't have pattern recognition for. Like you can throw an AI bird chirps and it can actually start to like plot them in a 3D or multi-dimensional space to see which like areas are like you could basically find like synonyms to calls, which is interesting.
That really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like hearing that she uses AI for the reasons that I believe it's actually useful for and not harmful for, in her profession as well was really cool. And I've been doing that. Obviously, like it's 6:30 where I'm at right now. I took my morning meds at 10:30, so it's been 8 hours, and my stimulant isn't necessarily like still working for me anymore.
It took
But
mine like
it's
2 hours ago. So I'm like
at fucking 2 p.m. your time?
yeah,
2:30?
roughly. Yeah.
Why would you take a stimulant at 2:30 p.m.?
Oh, fuck you, that's
That's not a
why.
good
No.
move. Do you want to sleep? Hi, Palm. Do you want to sleep, Keaton?
You forget that I sleep during the middle of the day usually, so yeah, I can
Oh,
sleep
I guess
fine.
that.
My stimulant doesn't
I
keep
guess
me
that's fair.
awake. I do think I need to boost my dosage back up because I used to be like on way too much. Like I was at 70 milligrams, which is way too much.
Of what?
Vyvanse, which I
Oh,
guess
I
isn't
wouldn't
as
know
bad
for
as
sure,
Adderall.
but
Adderall would be a lot
mhm.
more in terms of like just initial dosage. But the reason why I would want a higher
Yeah.
dose is simply to have the essentially try to get like more than a half, like basically try to boost beyond the half life that I am at right now.
Hmm.
Because I forget what the half life of it is, but basically you could get like another half life
Yeah.
out of it. What is the half life of Vyvanse?
Good question. I would always ask my mom because she is also my pharmacist, so she knows these things.
Yeah, so 10 to 13 hours. So I would probably want to get like another
Mhm.
half life or half of a half life out of there.
Yeah.
Because like it
Welcome up if you want. Sorry to interrupt again, but like we're kind of dead right now, and I'd love to for Palm to hang out too.
I really only feel like I have a good amount of focus for like 6 or so hours of the day, and that just doesn't work with me right now.
Exactly. I took mine 8 hours ago, so now don't die. Okay, it's wearing off, but like just go live sooner next time. I don't know what else to say. I know I'm EST. I'm later than you are, but yeah.
Bro, that's crazy. There's someone in the comment section called Nick Fuentes Save Europe.
Called you what?
Okay, fine, but
No,
what about yeah?
they're called Nick Fuentes Save Europe.
They called Nick Fuentes Savior?
They
What?
are called Nick Fuentes Save Europe.
Oh,
Save Europe. Okay, now sorry. It's the auditory processing disorder. I'm doing my best.
come on, Cole, you can do better than that. No.
I will beat you up. I will get to
Fucking
Colorado
do it.
somehow and beat the shit out of you.
Fucking do it.
Honestly, I'm sorry to say, but I could. I mean, unless you're working out consistently. Oh my goodness. I have to for my joints, but also like I know a few tricks here and there, and the stronger I get, the more dangerous I get. Palm, are you free to come up?
Oh, but the reference from the, your father smelled, or your mother was I forget what it is. It's a Monty Python and the Holy Grail
Oh my god,
reference.
I've seen it, but I haven't seen it in
Always
a
look
real.
on the bright side of life.
Again, interrupting to say, Palm, you do not have to apologize for that. Thank you for letting me know.
I just did somebody
Alright,
up, by
moving
the
on.
way.
I see.
Solid. Oh, how did we get?
Okay. How you guys doing?
All right. Do you just? Can I get your age and pronouns?
How you,
Hello? Hello, guys.
how you guys doing?
We're talking to
Marcellus,
773 right now, so other guests, can you please mute up? Yep, perfect. Till we get to hear from 773.
21, pronouns him, they.
Do you disagree with the prompt?
Yeah, I agree with you guys.
Oh,
That's good.
well, that's good.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, just here to really support.
Well, that's good to hear. There's not enough people who are like, oh yeah, that we agree, and it's like, oh, cool.
Okay.
Who's SOS or Sosa baby? What?
That's me.
Yeah. Hi. Do you disagree with the prompt?
Yeah, I actually agree to as well. Like I said, I wanted to extend on this actually point of view of yours. But yeah, that's my reason for joining the live.
Got it.
Damn. W773.
Why do you guys feel that like people come at like transgenders the most?
Transgender people, to be clear, we want to
Yeah.
refer to us as transgender people and not transgenders because that can be dehumanizing. And
I
the
mean, I
reason
could be honest with you guys and say that y'all not like women, or like you can't be born a boy then decide to be a girl, or you can't be a girl then decide to be a boy. So I would like to
shocker.
refer as to transgender. That was me being nice. See, now you got to get the
Okay.
nigger version of me. I'm a
Oh,
fucking nigga.
okay. We're not
Yeah.
gonna say
He
that
can
word.
say it if he's black, but
What the?
I personally would be okay with it, but it's your
Yeah,
life.
I'm not super happy with that word. Especially.
I mean, it's already against TikTok terms
Yeah.
service anyways, whether you're black or
Fair.
not, it doesn't really
I
matter.
was not aware.
Especially
I
with
mean,
hard
again,
R,
that's just my morality, not
yeah.
TTOS.
I'm
I
sorry,
don't
but
care about the word itself. It's just when it's against the TOS and that.
yeah, and I don't think it was being used as in a derogatory way as much, but like
I don't think so either.
I'm
But
no.
It's still
yeah.
against the TikTok TOS,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Here, are you okay with me saying this, host?
Oh.
If you can agree to not say the N slur again, then you can come back up. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. If you would like to request back up and continue the discussion without using the N word, which is, I personally think, is okay for you to use, then you can come back up. Let's
Okay,
just
I
keep
won't.
it TikTok safe. Thank you.
Okay, I won't use the N word again.
Yeah, sorry. I just didn't want to. I hear the word and I just immediately go to nope. Because if there's some other people who would say that and it'd be very derogatory.
Down for it, so
yeah.
Yeah. Can I speak my truth now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so y'all prompt is I support transgender people. Okay, can you tell me like why?
Yeah, because they're essentially
They human. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're human. They're people. We should just support people for being who they are. And I see
They're valid in their identity.
I also see them as a group who I don't know. I feel like I've gotten more close to, and I've seen the struggles that people face in day-to-day life, being marginalized like they do, and like just being seen as nowadays subhuman, unfortunately. And like I think there's a lot of bad information out there that we can fight against. And if we want any change within our society, you're gonna have to take an active role in fighting against it for there to be any change.
Uh, okay. I mean, yeah, I don't dis. I don't. It's like I don't disagree with you. I think you like you can like you. I get what you saying, but it's like I don't know. It's like it. How do you feel about when kids see this stuff?
Well, I think that it depends on what we're talking about when kids see this stuff.
Sorry.
Like it. I think a lot of the times it's often used in a way when people bring this up is it's often seen as a way to say like a gotcha moment. But I think that there's a very big distinction between, what I think is age appropriate for a 5-year-old to see versus, somebody's in their, mid teens, very
I
clearly.
was about to
So
say,
like I think that we
yeah,
should,
it's age appropriate that matters
yeah,
to us personally.
like all I really want is for like within like schools, if what's being teached is or taught is like just to say, hey, people don't always look the same. There's a wide variety of between the different colors of our skin to how we identify and how we dress. This is just there's a natural diversity within the human population, and it's all fine. This is all things that we should be loving and accepting of, not hateful and scared of.
Yeah, true. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think like, look, I'm a straight man. Like, ain't gonna lie. I don't think y'all should be disrespected. No, like, I just don't feel like it's right though. You feel me? That's my only thing. I don't feel like it's right.
What do you not think is right?
Being a boy and turn into a girl. Being a
Okay,
girl and turn into
That
a
is
boy.
not your choice.
you use that language earlier. I do not believe that a boy can be a girl and vice versa unless they are gender fluid.
Unless they
We are
what?
let me finish. We are defending boys who are female and girls who are male. We are not defending. So you have to identify the difference between sex and gender in order to have this discussion in a way that we're both understanding each other, okay? So we do not say that males can be females and females can be males. We say that females can be men or boys and males can be sorry,
Women.
males can be women or girls. Okay, so that's where I think we might be missing each other. Thank you for allowing me to finish that thought because we agree on the fact that boys can't be girls and vice versa.
I
Oh, so
think
this okay.
I think the Transformers series did some like awful things to how people think of transgender individuals, unfortunately. It's not like people are choosing to transform as like a transformer would. It's it's that they've always identified this way. And they found finally the ability to speak up about it and just express themselves for who they are.
So you would not like to be called a trans.
Well, I'm not trans to begin with.
Oh, you a girl?
No, I'm a guy. I'm a cisgender
No,
guy. I'm
listen, 773. I need to correct you again. You said a transgender. You should have said a transgender person because transgender is a descriptor of people and only people, and it is humanizing to not recognize that in your speech behaviors. So when you're referring to transgender people, instead of saying transgenders plural, let's say transgender people, okay?
Okay, got you. Okay, so how many races I mean not races, how many genders do you guys think it is?
Well, gender's a socially constructed thing. I wouldn't put a limit on there because there's going to be more societies that A, we don't know about, B,
Mm-hmm.
if in the future they're going to be more, and C, they don't necessarily always conform to two genders only. um, I would say that the idea of what a man is in like Viking culture would be very different to what a man was seen in like ancient Mesopotamian culture. I think that they're very different ideals, and while they might align in a lot of ways, I think that there's some differences too. Like men growing out their hair would be, I think, kind of seen as a strange thing in like ancient Mesopotamia, but in in Nordic culture that was kind of a regular thing due to like things such as the cold.
We
Yeah,
can
I don't.
also, sorry, real quick, we can also give the example of hijras in India.
Yeah.
That has never been seen even by the Indian society as transgender. It's just a recognized gender within their
Hmm.
society. So they have three recognized genders, not just two, within their society. So it depends on where and when you're talking about. It is definitely societal, for sure, partially, not fully. Now, to be clear, gender is a neuropsychosocial construct, and we are currently talking about the social part of that three-pronged system, okay? We can't ignore the others, but this is part of it for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
So like,
sounds fair. Sosa, I don't want to hog the conversation. Sosa, you could to get your turn to speak.
no, go ahead. Yeah, you're. I think I made the points that I wanted to make. If anybody else has any.
Sosa, did you want to say something before? I don't want to hog the
No, go ahead. Go
conversation.
ahead.
Oh yeah, so now yeah, I was just gonna say yeah. I mean, y'all kind of educated me a little bit more. You feel me? I'm not here to really like judge you guys none or whatever. You feel me? Yeah, that was really it.
Yeah, I think it's
Thank you for
something
being open
that
to it.
I think that's a good approach to it. Is that you want to be open to these things, but I also would caution against being too open to ideas that are hateful. Um, because when you start putting people,
Absolutely. If it affects other people, that's when it becomes a problem.
yeah, there's definitely a lot of people out there that um I would say that if you're open to their ideas, unfortunately, it might be cause harm down the road. And like, I feel like there's a lot of times where I have to like start deconstructing, ideas that people get before I can even make progress in a conversation. Like, it's ideas that like if people are to say, oh well, there's only two genders, well that's just simply not the case. I'd have to go through and say, hey, here's all the counter examples of where cultures had three genders, that were not like influenced by this idea of like a modern transgender movement. These things existed like long before colonization. Actually, they were prosperous before colonization occurred, and colonization really did some horrible things to a lot of like native cultures. So, oh, did he poof? He poofed.
They always run at the time we're about to bring up a point that, like, completely disproves their point.
Well, I mean, he wasn't even like he was respectful, thankfully. Um,
Yeah, more respectful, and I appreciate that he was up to learning, but as soon as we bring up, like, Hedras and so on and so forth, he's like, I'm here to learn, blah, 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 but, like, then you run? Like, I'm sorry, just make it make sense.
Stupid TikTok notifications, go away. I don't
Oh
want
my
any of
god,
you.
you two. No, you two, can you stop dropping dead silent about 2 seconds after I tap out the app? I keep thinking it crashed and kicked me from the panel because that's what happens is it goes silent and you both keep going silent every time I teak up and it scares the shit out of me.
Sorry,
Stop it.
I'm not meaning to do that. It's hilarious. Um, I really should do sometime. I should really just run my I should run my mic setup into my audio card so that I only am using my onboard card, and then it's
Maybe
not.
you should play Kenshi at some point and also have like the prompt up whilst playing a game just to keep people engaged.
Yeah, but Kenshi's kind of
And
a.
then play.
I don't know.
Okay, then maybe a different one.
I would need
I
to bring
have
up.
the perfect.
I need to get a different. I need to get another desk at that point.
I know the perfect game to play whilst doing that.
Snow
I know
Runner.
exactly
No.
what I know exactly what game to play whilst debating. Hell yeah. 12 is better than 6.
It's not Minecraft. Minecraft's
I
boring.
don't have Minecraft, so I cannot.
I
Not on my
remember
laptop, at least.
when I first got Minecraft, I remember my parents had to call the bank because it was like, why are you buying something from Sweden? It's not boring. I don't know. I feel like I'm um it's just almost overwhelmingly boring at this point where I feel like there's a lot to do, but like no real purpose to do any of it. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'd want like a server or something to play more often.
Where?
Guess or agree with too many things in Kenshi. Yeah, Kenshi's a hard game to explain. It's such a mouthful to like try to like explain to. Because it's like a it's a post-apocalyptic world of skeletons and hivers and different races who like to just commit and like massive genocides for like seemingly no reason. And this all isn't just like explained to you in any way. It's stuff you have to find out through the world. It's a really like cool game in that way.
Yeah, maybe like I have a perfect game suggestion for you that I can send you. It's completely free as well, so it's even better. And like, it seemed weird at first, but I've genuinely gotten into it, and it's like just really fucking fun. I don't know why it's got me addicted, but when I actually sit down and play it, it's like a simple game with simple mechanics. Yeah.
Yeah. And
don't
another thing
love
too,
it.
Ali said that you said skeletons, but no one know that they're actually robots. Lol. Yeah. That's another thing about Kenshi, is that yeah,
What?
skeletons are actually robots.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I interrupted you. That was my bad.
No, that's wild. Sorry, I also just like I have to fill my pillboxes again because I keep doing like 2 days at a time when I should be doing 2 weeks at a time, genuinely. So if you hear that and it bothers you, let me know. But
I don't really
yeah,
hear it.
that's
There's really funny
okay.
factions in Kenshi though. Like there's a set of robots who skin humans alive and put on their skin and act as humans. There's a set of and then there's a group of humans who dress up as robots and act like robots. It's really quite funny in that sense.
It's like bots interacting with bots online.
Yeah, there's actually some really cool like interactions with it. There's Beep, who's a hiver, who who just walks up to you and says beep, and you can convince them to go along with you, and they become the most powerful fighter. Like I'm Beep, the most powerful fighter. So like, you
The
gotta just make
Navi
them
of Kenshi?
what
The Navi of Kenshi?
the Navi. Oh, well, sort of. There's different
I was
races.
about to say, do you not know who Navi is?
Yeah, it took me a
Sorry,
second.
but
There's a number of different like races. They're like humanoid. And they're kind of insect in some sense. Like they'd have different classes. Like you have your workers who are good at like laboring. You have the combat more orientated ones, and you have the princes, along with a queen. It's an interesting. It's really interesting. The more interesting part of Kenshi is that like you get to like
I'll have to watch some playthroughs.
there's not really even like a story. That's the funny
There's
thing.
not even a story, but
No,
the
but
humans are like insects. I'm sorry, am I hearing all of this correctly or am I tripping?
how does the Kenshi Hivers? What are how does yeah, they're a race of stick-like humanoids who are meant to collaborate under a collective mind ruled by the Hive Queen and her princes.
Okay, good to know.
Hold on, keep that going.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, Oh no, I should have played that to X when he kept saying, "Are we friends?" and things like that.
Right? Are we friends? I'm sorry, that was hysterical to me.
Can I actually put a web
You know,
page file up on this?
I genuinely, I can't even keep Spotify running while TikTok's open, because if I do that, you'll hear my fucking music taste, and I doubt most people here would vibe like the heavy metal and shit. I don't want to drown your ears out.
I don't even know what my music vibe is.
Yeah, why don't we try this? Add. Here we go. Here's a hiver.
Oh my god. That's not weird at all.
Yeah, that goes along with the music quite well.
Huh?
Yeah.
What? No, what did I say for about half a second then?
I gotta bring it back up. Okay, link, add, select file, oop, open. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Sources. Not window capture. Link, add.
Why the?
Just what? Just
No. No.
absolutely not.
There's Pete.
No, 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 no. Are those even pants? Like
Yeah.
what? They are pants. But like, what are those zips then? How are they up? Oh my god. I actually don't understand. Oh no, I dropped the cyclobenzaprine. I found it. Okay.
Pete, my beloved. Oh yeah, these are also humans, by the way.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, right?
Uh, no, tomorrow's Tuesday.
Tomorrow's Tuesday!
Yeah. I was
Thank
like,
you.
wait,
I'm
why do you then
filling
not have
pillboxes, so
the only day of the week that I
that's
really
important. No! Sorry, I'm being a little bit dramatic. I accidentally flicked a bunch of pills around whenever I was trying to move my pillbox. So I have like single days that can move. They can move around in the week. And so I moved one, and then a bunch of pills popped out. And now I don't know which one isn't there. Because one fell on the floor. But of course I can't find it. Because why would my life be easy?
there's some
You know?
fun parts at Kenshi as well, where like you can lose limbs and stuff, and then like get robot attachments.
Love that.
That are sometimes like actually it's um oh yeah, you can get enslaved in Kenshi as well. Yeah, that's always a fun one of you getting enslaved because somebody beat the snot out of you, and
What?
then yeah, now you're their slave and you have to
It was
like
a fish oil. Sorry, I'm just interjecting to say I figured it out. And it won't hurt the cat if he tries to eat it. So I can just add another one. Sorry, go on.
yeah, there's nothing more fun than like your first Kenshi playthrough getting the snot beat out of you because you have no idea what's going on and being enslaved. It's quite the common occurrence. Wait, Snake. Are these copy? Yeah, this is copyrighted. Stop, don't play this. Stop.
This is
Yeah,
glitch.
especially when there's times in.
Yeah, if it's
It takes
copyrighted though, it
me.
makes it a pain in the ass for me for YouTube because then it's gonna have copyright claims, and I don't like those.
Shit.
It's all good. A lot of it wasn't.
Okay, right,
But
1 second.
And Palm, I agree, it is a good song, but we just sorry.
Here's your copyright-free music.
there you go. Better.
And I know this is
Very
copyright-free because
appropriate.
everything by this guy is copyright-free specifically because he wanted it to be free use.
Yeah.
Because it's copyright-free, Palm. Yes, Kevin MacLeod. All his music is copyright-free.
I don't know if we're gonna get any more ops, but
Me neither, but yeah, I guess it's fine. You wanna like,
probably
and this
try
is
to go to
kind of a
live
general.
tomorrow if I'm feeling up to
Okay,
it.
this is kind of a general suggestion. If you want to create a time at the end of lives for specifically and only friendlies to come up, I think that would be a fun thing to do as well, to just kind of decompress from everything we've all experienced, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Tomorrow maybe
Yeah.
not, because I do have a doc. Oh no, I should be able to earlier. Yeah, I should be fine. Yeah, I have a
Cool.
doctor's appointment. Weirdly
So,
enough.
Mm.
But what were you
least
gonna
you're
say,
not as
Snake?
unlucky as at least you're not as unlucky as me. If you meet some of the people that come up on my panel, you would actually be like you wouldn't have brain cells left. I don't think I have brain cells left because of it.
I don't know. I have some pretty wretched ones. I'll have to go watch your panel more and go up on it more because it does sound like a fun time.
Basically, how my lives work is to get a shit ton of traction and then I immediately end up with a restriction. So all of my traction is in the first half of life and then it just dies.
Oof.
I get a restriction within about 10-15 minutes in every time within
For
the first
what?
15 minutes because static imagery. I've had my camera on. I've had camera do this, that, the other to stop it from being static. No, it doesn't matter.
Huh, I don't get
Do you
restrictions
ever
for that.
just. Sorry, partially because you're a cishet white man, I'm sorry to say. TikTok knows this shit. Anyways,
Well, I'm on TikTok
especially in
Studio as
America.
well, so like that might help.
Yeah,
And I
but,
also have to have a camera on.
yeah, side note, does anyone ever lose something that ends up being right in front of their face? Because
Yes. Yeah.
I just set this med right in front of my
Yeah.
face to open a new bottle of and was searching for it for a hot minute, being like, where the fuck is my seizure meds? Right in front of my face, sealed, ready to be opened. You know? That's my life right now. That's my brain right now.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think I'm going live or end live then. I'll try to go live.
No.
Bye bye already?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to talk to my dad about some stuff too. He just got back from vacation, so.
Fine, I guess life is acceptable.
I just have to come up with this excuse. Got it. No. I'm kidding. Yeah, but thanks everybody for coming by. Have a good night. Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Hi, but just so you know, by the way, I've seen you around. You're cool.
Before